Welcome to the Movie Draft Podcast. I am Ethan Simi, and today I'm joined by two wonderful guests. First up is Tyler Whitmore.
Hey, everyone.
And next up is Des.
I'm glad to be back.
I'm glad to have both of you back. And today we are drafting movies from 2007 in a regular style draft. Arguably, not even arguably, just a pretty great year for movies, I feel like. And we're going to get into it. And this is, of course, the There Will Be Blood, No Country for Old Men year that happened and is pretty infamous at the Oscars. There's a lot of good things to get into here with 2007. Tyler, I'm glad to have you back, but on for the first episode in a succession of 2 episodes, but we've already recorded the second episode. We're doing a lot of time traveling recently, but I'm glad to be here again with you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, happy to be here as well. We'll see how this draft goes. For me, 2007, it's a great year, like you said. I think it's, to me though, a little top heavy, but like widely top heavy. Like there's like 7 movies I love from that year. And then there's like a lot of like, I like that movie. So we'll see how the draft goes. Because by the time we're all down to the bottom of the draft, I'm definitely going to be selecting movies that I'm like, yeah, sure, fine. But on that, there's some real top hitters. So we'll see. But yeah, happy to be back. And then, I'll be back next week, even though that was 3 days ago. But again, I'm traveling.
Exactly. Yeah. An evergreen pod. We do our very best to keep things fluid here on the show. Yeah, Tyler, we've already recorded the Steven Spielberg characters draft, which will come out next week. Do you have any teaser you want to give the listeners of what to expect in that episode? I feel like things got a little out of control at the end.
It got out of control in a fun way. I think some people made very unexpected picks that were not even anywhere near my short list, but like not the type where I'm like, that's a bad pick, more as so like wow, that's really fun and cool that you thought of that.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna win the poll, just gonna say. We'll see.
Okay. Wow.
Hey,
if you win the poll, I will have beef with you forever and always. So listeners, next week we know you
miscount your votes though, so we can never trust you, really.
So I never let the count out. The Ethan ballot box opens when I want and has the amount that I want. Des, welcome back to the pod. I think the last time you were on here was for the Musician Films auction draft, way back when we talked about Michael, which is an incredibly financially successful film that has deteriorated theatrical experience for what we're supposed to do in a theater, which is sit down and watch a film. How are you doing? Welcome back.
Thank you so much. I'm happy to be back. I didn't win the the musician film draft, but Bobby did. So I'm glad it wasn't you. Anyone but you.
That's crazy.
But yeah, no, that was a really fun time. Just like the lead up to like that one was so funny because we took so many different twists and turns with how we were going to really format the draft, which was honestly pretty fun for me. I've been doing good. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to talk about these movies. I'm quite interested to see how this kind of shakes out because I told you going into this, I wasn't too sure about the movies that were available for this year, but it reminds me a little bit of the 2002 draft that I won, where I said there's just a reminder that there are a lot of movies that they're probably B or C tier that I just love, that are a good memory for me, that I'll probably wind up picking versus the big ones that I'm assuming you guys are probably going to fight over. And I'm going to be here for a good time. And hopefully that is my lucky charm.
Yeah. It's interesting. I find myself somewhere in the middle of you two where I do think it's a really top heavy year. There are like 6 movies that are lights out, have to have like the best of the bunch. And then everything else, like Tyler, you kind of said is like, yeah, pretty good. But like you, Des, I'm looking at my short list and I'm like, that movie means something to me. It might not mean something to somebody else, but it means something to me. And you kind of split the middle when you did the 2002 draft because you drafted Catch Me If You Can and The Two Towers, which are like lights out movies, but you also drafted Jackass and Scooby-Doo. And you know what? Good for you. I am going to do a social justice currently. We just talked about how the ballot box is rigged and stuffed and whatever you want to call it. The official votes, the official votes for the musician films movie draft, Bobby won, like you mentioned. She had 20 votes. Bobby got 20 votes. Des, you came in second with 12. I came in last with 6. So I am beckoning to the people. This is my plea for goodwill. It's a democracy. It's a fun time around here. And apparently people are not a fan when I go for the Bradley Cooper bit and get three three Bradley movies on my team.
Yeah, that was silly behavior to think that someone was going to look at your list and say, "Oh my God, Ethan got the rocker. This is the winning team."
I'm just trying
Just
to find people out there like me.
lunacy.
You know, if I saw the
And you
team
know,
out there, I'd be like, this guy, he gets it.
and you know what, Ethan? You're a one of one, and maybe
Very
one of six.
yeah. Very Amanda Dobbins coded. I can only do what I'm doing here on this show. Nobody else can do this.
Mhm.
Yeah, 2007. Gonna be a fun year to talk about. Gonna be interesting to see how this draft shakes out. Tyler, who were you in 2007? What was your movie journey looking like back then?
Yeah, in 2007, I was 10 years old. Don't
Mhm.
remember too much about them. What are 10-year-olds in? Fourth, is that fourth, third grade maybe? I can't remember, but
Fourth grade.
something
Fourth
Fourth
or
grade.
around
fifth.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it's the type of age where like I know I was watching movies, but nothing really goes like I can't really lock anything in my brain of what I was watching at the time. There's a lot of movies that came out this year. For one thing, for sure, a lot of movies came out this year I didn't appreciate till much later in life, even if I watched them at a younger age. But I think a lot of the ones that I'll draft and will be drafted today are like kind of a lot of these, except some of the blockbusters, are types of movies that I watched when I was like 15 or 16. It was like, it's
Mhm.
good, but I don't get the hype. All these Oscars, like pretentious, like I don't know about that. But then when I watch it later, I'm like, oh, these are the masterpieces. So it's gonna be
Mm.
fun to kind of reflect on who I was when I initially watched these movies versus who I am now. But then obviously there's plenty, like I'm sure I don't remember going to see Ratatouille in theaters, but I'm sure like I got it like what Redbox at a McDonald's or something when it came out, or
Mhm.
Yeah.
however we watched movies back then. Um, but yeah, I don't vividly remember watching any of these movies in theaters. I feel like maybe Blades of Glory, I kind of remember being in a theater.
Okay.
Spider-Man 3, I probably definitely watched in a theater. High School Musical 2, I think probably dropped on Disney. I think the third one was the first one that came out in theaters, but I'm just looking at like the movies all listed on popular ones on Letterboxd, and yeah, I don't know. I don't have a great enough memory of when I was 10 years old for what I was watching in theaters and not, but
Yeah.
fun year overall.
Mhm.
Not pulling the double bill. There will be blood, no country. Going at 10. Couldn't handle it, huh?
Definitely not. Definitely did not watch either of those at the age of 10.
Yeah. Um I yeah, I don't really remember what I was watching around 10 either, but like I kind of said, some of these movies hold a little bit of a special place in my heart, so I can only assume that I watched them when I was like young enough. In 2007, I was 13. So I was not quite the age to be like pushing the boundary of what I was watching, although there are at least two movies here that I do remember vividly seeing in theaters. So if those movies come up, we can talk about that and that experience, because it is very interesting. You mentioned Redbox, and I just want to go on like a really fast tangent. That's something I haven't heard of in a long time. You know, rip Redbox. I
Mhm.
bought Across the Spider Verse from Redbox, and it was great. I even knew back then that I needed to own things on physical disc. But today I've been watching movies with my daughters, and today we were working our way through Empire Strikes Back. We were getting through like the middle hour during lunch, and I paused it and I was like, you guys know I used to have to like go to a movie store to rent this stuff. We couldn't just like fire it up on the TV. All of my 8-year-old literally looks at me and she goes, "What's a movie store?" And my soul crumbled.
Oh my goodness.
I literally became deceased on the spot. So that's what I'm trying to correct. That's the world that 8-year-olds are living in right now, which is unfortunate.
Mhm.
Des, who were
Mhm.
you in 2007? What was your movie journey looking like?
Uh, I was 12. Well, I was
Wow,
majority
okay.
11 and then 12 because my birthday is in November,
10,
so it's like the end
10,
of the
12,
year.
and 13. Okay.
Yeah. And I know that I was, as always, a very big movie watcher with my dad. We loved our B movies. So there's going to be those uh,
Mm.
and and B movie, but also B tier movies. But just really love like those oddball movies that just feel really personal to me. It's funny that you mentioned High School Musical 2, Tyler, because when I tell you that is a like core memory. I remember I was in Ocean City, Maryland with my nana. We were on vacation. We were just doing our little thing. We were on the pier, and then it was coming up on 8 o'clock. I said, "Oh my God, Nana, we have to hurry up and get on the trolley to get back to the hotel. It's the night." And she's like, "What night?" And I said, High School Musical 2, followed by the episode of Hannah Montana with the Jonas Brothers on. Me and Mr. Jonas and
Wow.
Mr. Jonas and Mr. Jonas. That's what it's called. Um, Huge night. And with kids, that happens and you can't miss it because there was no rewinding unless you had like
Yeah.
TiVo or something. So like you miss it and it's like you just miss like the whole like actual like event. So I remember that so vividly. What an experience. Kenny Ortega had those kids in the sweatshop, rightfully so. Um, Mind you, his mentor, Gene Kelly. So it's like there was no way that wasn't going to happen. So
Mhm. Hell yeah. High
Wow.
School Musical 2, though, definitely remember that. Like, because that, I just Googled it to confirm. So High School Musical 1 and 2 were both Disney Channel releases. And I remember going to the theater
Mhm.
to see High School Musical 3 when it came out because I was a big High School
yes.
Musical guy. And I didn't go to the movies much like with my parents. Like, they weren't the type that really brought me much to the movies. So, like, going to
Mhm.
see High School Musical 3 in theaters is like a rare kind of outing for my family. But I vividly remember that. But High School Musical 2, that was such a great summer when that movie came out in 2007.
Yeah, like huge
Wow.
enough to make it from Disney Channel original movie to theatrical. Three came out what October 20 something 2008.
Something
Um
maybe, yeah, I don't know.
I maybe 24th, maybe 21st. I don't know, one of those. But I remember that because I was like, oh God, like I would think I was maybe graduating middle school that year. So I was like, oh my God, my kind of like senior year. But wow, movies.
Wow.
Mhm.
Yeah, movies. I was not a High School Musical guy, so I'm third wheeling right now with you two.
What
I
about
missed
Alvin
I
and the Chipmunks in 2007? Were you an Alvin and the
or in
Chipmunk head?
2007. Nope, wasn't for me. Wasn't for me. I will say I was gonna save it in case it got drafted, but I will say I was busy catching Across the Universe in cinemas and just being introduced to the world of LSD musicals, and that honestly was a great time.
Oh
Holds
my
a special
God.
place in my heart.
I thought you were saying Across the Spider-Verse this entire time, and
Across the
I was
Universe.
like, "Wow, when?" I was like, "That there's no way that
No, but I
came
did I
out."
did say Across the Spider-Verse with the Redbox thing. That's one of the movies
Oh,
I bought from the
okay.
Redbox. So I have said both,
Okay,
yeah.
all right. Thank you.
You're correct.
What's Across the Spider-Verse? Is that the Beatles movie?
Across the Universe?
That's what I meant. Yeah.
Now you're saying both of them.
You know
Yeah,
what the
it's
hell
the
I meant.
Beatles. It's the Beatles movie. That is completely incoherent, but one of the kookiest, craziest, coolest things ever. So yeah, 2007, pretty good year for movies. I feel like, and I feel like we're going to be talking about a lot of fun ones. Strategy going into the draft. This is just a regular old draft. There's nothing, no funny business, nothing suspicious. We're just drafting straight, normal categories. Any good strategy that you guys have going into this draft? You guys do your prep work? Did you watch anything for this draft?
Mm, I mean, and like I feel like I know the movies that I want to have, but I feel like there's so
Okay.
many that I'm kind of okay with however which way it goes. I feel like the big ones that are
Okay.
like, "Oh, let me get this because it's going to win." I've either never seen or I don't have
Mm.
like a real attachment to.
Mhm.
But
Yeah,
maybe this time I'll draft something I haven't seen and I'll make you furious.
it's possible. My biggest curiosity of this draft is how will that shake out? Has Des seen this movie? Is going to be a really a fascinating journey that we'll all go on together. Tyler, any strategy for the draft?
Yeah, I don't really know. So when I first started Letterboxd in like 2021 or something, I did what everyone probably does, and you start logging a bunch of movies you'd seen just to get a baseline. But then I started
No,
watching
nobody
movies.
does that. Nobody does
I
that.
think a
I
lot of people do.
do that.
Nobody
I do
backlogs.
that.
I
That's
think most people
psychotic.
do. I did
No.
that like for a day, and then I removed everything and said I'm only going to start in 2021 and anything else I get to see. But my
Mm,
point being is that when I go to Letterboxd now, I'm going like popular films 2007. I'm
Mm,
like, wow, I've seen so many of these and like a lot of them quite a bit that just aren't logged or reviewed
yeah.
for me. So, um, looking at my logs, I'm like, okay, maybe it's not thin, like I have plenty of options, but maybe I can just go in the memory bank and pick some other movies that I haven't logged recently, but might like more than one of the yeah, sure movies I was thinking of being a second, like a sixth rounder for me. So we'll see if I draft anything that I haven't logged yet. But 2007's kind of low key got a lot of bangers, and it was like the perfect
Yeah.
year for like movies for like a 10-year-old, like the Simpsons
for
movies, Surf's
sure.
Up, Meet the Robinsons, even
Mhm.
Hairspray. I remember a lot. Shrek the Third.
Fantastic Four.
Vividly remember the
Rise of the
Ghost
Silver
Rider.
Surfer.
Yeah, Fantastic Four and
Yeah,
Ghost
Ghost Rider.
Rider. I vividly
Mhm.
remember seeing so many TV commercials for Disturbia and always being super spooked when I see those
Yeah.
trailers.
Yes.
Yeah.
So now that I'm looking at these movies more, it's like flashed me back a bit to being 10 years old. And obviously, you got a Pirates movie as well. So, yeah, kind of a crazy year.
Got a Harry Potter movie in the middle of
Yeah,
summer.
Harry Potter. Yeah,
Yeah, it's
unreal.
crazy.
Yeah, it is kind of insane to look at this and yeah, like you said, kind of go back to the memory bank. I have movies that I want, and I can only hope that they bring me a win. You know, I
Mhm.
does
Mhm.
I want to channel your energy a little bit. I just want to be like, I'm here for a good time. I'm here for a fun time.
Mhm.
And maybe that will see me through to the green grasses of success. Who's to
I
say?
like your energy. What are those movies that you're really hoping to get?
I can't say.
Okay.
We should draft if we want to talk about those things. In order to be eligible for this draft, a movie has to be released in the United States at a minimum of a limited theatrical run during the year of 2007. Will we have any debate on that? Yet to be known, but probably because it generally happens. And I think one time recently, maybe not super recently, but someone was like, I'm taking, I think it was like Spirited Away or something in a draft. And I was just like,
Mhm.
hold up. Like, I didn't know that was
It
eligible
was
for this
Jacob.
draft. Yeah,
It was O2. Yeah.
wild time. So I'm sure there's something out there that I'm not clocking. We're gonna do a regular snake style draft: 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1, all the way until we fill up our teams of 6. We've got 6 categories to go through: drama, action, horror, comedy, box office. We're sticking with 100 million plus domestic. 2007 high tide for when 25 plus movies made $100 million at the domestic box office in a year. Oscar nomination, of course, that can be a win as well as a nomination, and then we have a wild card category as well. Do we have any logistical questions? Anything we got to go over before we draft? Anything to get off your chest?
I have a question.
Oh, of course, yeah, you in the front.
Um, can I go first?
You ask every time, and the answer is always going to be the same. Des,
And in one day,
I'm never
you
gonna
know,
rig the spin. It's never gonna
see
happen.
the chances are never zero.
In this house, there's 0, even though it's a pseudo democracy. Okay, let's begin the 2007 movie draft here. I'm gonna open up the wheel of names. Ideally, I'd like to go first. There's a
Right.
movie that I'd like, so okay, we'll just see where the spinner lands. Really, and it appears it's the only person who said they didn't want first.
Is it
That'll do it.
Oh,
That makes
me?
sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your screen is lagging a bit. So I was like, is it
Oh,
landing on me or is it just like frozen right now? Like, I don't know. But okay, I'll
yep.
take it.
Wow,
Landed
that's
on
so
you.
great. I'm so happy.
So exciting. Uh, okay. Okay. Wow, man, we've had some close spins
Oh, on the
recently on this
edge.
draft. That is tight. All right. So drafting order is going to be Tyler going first. I'm going to be going second, and Des, you're going to be going third on the turn. Feeling
Mhm.
okay about that? You asked to go first, and I know you didn't get first.
I was playing mind games with your spinner, and I really wanted last.
Oh,
Nice.
okay. I see you. You got it.
Mhm.
Huh. That's never been done before. Trying to outsmart the spinner.
Yep.
Okay. Tyler, why don't you kick us off? The first pick of the 2007 movie draft. I have a hunch I know what it is, but
Perfect. Yeah.
I'm
I
scared.
really, I really wanted first because at first I was like, I have a lot of top heavy movies, so I want where Des is with the turn. But then I was like, well, I only have 1 5 star, so and 3
yeah.
people isn't that many for a draft. So like, kind of get my 5 star out of the way, and then I kind of get a double turn after some other stuff get taken off. But whatever.
Yeah.
It's a movie that there, based on the rules you described, there should be no release controversy because it was a limited release in December of 2007. That's what it listed as a letterbox. There's a it was wide release like January 10, 2008,
Yeah.
which you've debated this exact movie and its release date on this pod
We
before.
have in the past, yeah.
It's There Will Be Blood, of course. There Will Be Blood is what I'm going for. I just recently found out that it premiered at Fantastic Fest, which is kind of crazy to me because even nowadays,
wild,
Fantastic
man.
Fest in Austin is like, even like today in 2026, it's grown so much, but still it's kind of known as like a kind of smaller, like lower key festival. So like
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
the fact that 20 years ago or 19 years ago, a movie like this is premiering there, like I have no idea what that fest was like back then. It felt like it was probably 12 people around Austin that just stumble into a movie theater and look, Paul Thomas Anderson's there playing this movie. But that's incredible. I love this movie. It's definitely one that I remember watching when I was like probably like 18, like I was bored by. It's one of those that fell into the category of turned it on when it was on Netflix or something, and then after 30 minutes, I just wasn't hooked, so I turned it off because I
Mm,
just wasn't watching movies like that back then. But then
crazy.
when I finally gave it a chance, I don't know when I first watched this like 7 years ago, maybe. Just fell in love with it. I think Daniel Day Lewis is such a iconic actor, as everyone knows, and to me, this is still his best performance. A lot of people debate some other ones, and I don't think there's really any you could go wrong with, but I still think this is his very best. Um, Quentin Tarantino doesn't know what he's talking about. I think Paul Dano is fantastic in this as well, just as great as Daniel Day Lewis, which is very
Yeah.
hard to do for someone like Paul Dano, who before this had really only done of note Little Miss Sunshine. So the fact that he's already able to stand up to the guy who many consider to be the greatest actor to ever live is so impressive. But such a spectacle of a movie. Paul Thomas Anderson, love him as a director. This is my only 5 star of the year, so that's what I'm going with here.
Yeah. This is my only 5 star of the year as well. What category are you taking this one in?
Yeah, I was looking at that. So I mean, it could realistically go in drama or Oscar or wild
Hmm.
card, I guess. We'll put it in Oscar. Why not?
You take it in
Nominated
Oscar.
for. Honestly, I
Okay.
didn't confirm, but I'm just assuming it was nominated for at least an
Yeah,
Oscar. So
it was
Nominated
Daniel
and,
Day
and
Lewis won
for a
Best Actor at
few.
least.
did
So
win
yeah,
Best Actor. Yeah.
there we go. We're good.
Yeah. Des, have you seen this movie?
No,
Okay, that's fair. I
you know
I
how I get.
I know, I know, I know. I had figured that you hadn't seen this movie, so I didn't want to like. I get it. Yeah, you're not
Yeah,
really a PTA person anyway, so
yeah. No, you're right.
I'm not gonna hold it against you. I
Wait, Ethan,
saw,
can I guess what movie that you're gonna? I know that you want to talk about. There Will Be Blood.
of course,
Philip Seymour Hoffman is in that, right?
and There Will Be Blood.
No,
Incorrect. No, that's the master you're
Not
thinking
that
of.
he's
one.
in. No, he's in so many PTAs.
He is. There Will Be
Not
Blood is
this
not one
one.
of them.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, tough beat for you and actors being in things. Yeah, so this is my only 5 star movie, like you said, Tyler. I actually saw There Will Be Blood for the very first time almost a year ago to the day. I'm one day over it, June 9th, 2025, which is kind of crazy. We're recording on June 10th. I had held out watching this for a really long time because it kind of entered my personal territory of like, it's such a big movie and everybody says it's so perfect. I everything has to be right. Like all the circumstances have to be right. I have to be ready to like lock into this movie. I have to be in the right mindset. Like things just have to shape up. And so it took a long time for that to happen. And then I saw it back in August 2025 on 35 millimeter, part of a cinema or like a summer of celluloid program that a local rep theater was doing. Truly lights out stuff. Obviously, I mean we could deteriorate into an entire episode talking about There Will Be Blood, but I'm finished is about as good as it gets. So damn, tough, 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 tough. That's why I wanted to go first. Okay.
Is it like a killing spree? Like what's tea on the movie? Is it like is it actually like gory?
Yeah, it's actually Daniel Day Lewis is Billy the Butcher, and he has a machete that he just runs around this town with, and he just offs people constantly. There will be blood, splatters on the screen, it's everywhere.
You lying?
I mean, I don't know. What do you want to know? It's basically just like an oil prospector turned super financial, successful businessman, and his butt up against faith and trust in humanity and God, and I don't know, a lot of things.
It's a question of, I mean, in the title, There Will Be Blood. It is there.
Yeah, I mean,
There's blood.
there's blood. I mean, oil, blood, whatever. It's all the same.
Oh, yeah.
I think you should. I think you should watch it. I think it'd be interesting. Will you
Okay.
like it? Probably not, but
Oh.
I think it's worth watching.
Okay.
Is this Tyler? Is this still your number? Has this ever been your number one PTA?
Yeah, it's always been my number one PTA. Still there.
Yeah, me too. Still number one. Okay. I've got a draft pick.
Can I guess what you're gonna do? Because I already know.
You already know.
I already know.
Yeah, tell me where I'm gonna go.
Yeah, you're gonna go get your Oscar nom.
Huh. Fascinating choice.
Can I say the movie? I'm not gonna
Oh.
pick it because I've never seen it. So
Please.
you're gonna go for Michael Clayton.
Okay, so here's the thing.
Yeah.
I want Michael Clayton on my team. This
Yeah.
is no surprise to you or anybody that knows me really. Love
Mhm.
Michael Clayton. You just said, "Oh, I've never seen this, so don't worry about it." Not 15 minutes ago did you say I might draft something I've never seen and fuck you over.
Right.
So I either have to take Michael Clayton now, or there's like a 99% chance it doesn't show up on my team. And am I okay with that?
Mm. It is a movie that is well loved.
It's got its following.
What are you gonna do?
Well, I don't really know, to be honest. You've really
Because
thrown me into a
maybe I do
tailspin
want
here.
it.
I know. My brain says to go with the Best Picture winner. Obviously, There Will Be Blood does not win Best Picture. No Country for Old Men wins Best Picture. I don't think it's as good
Mm.
as There Will Be Blood, but it is of the same conversation, of the same lineage, right? But something in my gut is like, it's okay. It's really fucking making me nervous.
What I want to talk about No Country for Old Men, so I wonder if it's going to be either with you or with me.
Oh, so you want to? Okay, so you want both of these things. So I'm screwed on one of them at least. All right, bet. If here's how I'm going to look at it. If someone walked up to me with two Blu-rays and they were like, "You got to watch one of these tonight. Which one are you going with?"
Yeah, and we're burning the other.
No, that's not part of the equation. Please don't
Right.
burn the other. Um,
Okay.
I'm gonna I'm gonna draft. I am gonna draft Michael Clayton in Oscar now.
God, predictable.
This to me, I can tell you the next time I see this movie, I will give it 5 stars. Like I have only seen this movie once, and it was
Mm.
like, oh shit, that's the real deal for me, and I really got to revisit it. And Ultimate, I think one of Clooney's best performances. Obviously, Tom Wilkinson nominated for Best Supporting Actor here, I believe. Nominated for Best Picture as well. Tilda Swinton wins for Best Supporting Actress in her 12 minutes of screen time and what have you. Some of the very best, like final 10 minutes of a movie ever. It's just an incredible movie about a guy just trying to clean up a mess and really gets roped into some pharmaceutical drama. You love to see it.
Is there a lot of blood?
No, I'd say there's less blood in Michael Clayton.
Okay.
There's a lot of time spent in offices and in hotel rooms. I really like a lot of
So
guys in
not
rooms
scary, but
talking.
more drama forward.
Yeah, I forgot you'd never seen this movie, so I'm
Mm.
talking about it as if you have.
Have you seen The
Um,
Insider, Des? Michael Mann's Insider.
There's no way she's seen The Insider. There's no way.
I would just say I'd say those are pretty good comparisons for movies. They're like thrillers,
Eh,
but
Pretty good comps.
Give me
I
one
think.
more. Give me one more comparable movie.
Jeez. Honestly, I don't really know.
Oh,
I
so
can't
much
think
for
on the
being a
fly with those
cinephile.
kinds of things. Yeah, I'm not really. Turns out after 125 episodes, I'm just a fucking fraud. I only like to talk about the movies I like. Uh,
Real.
yeah, I think it's good. I mean, it is like essentially a legal procedural drama.
Oh,
That
okay.
that kind of goes off the rails a little bit. So I like it.
Oh, I like that.
Okay, I feel good with this pick, Michael Clayton.
You should.
Okay, thanks. I don't know what that means.
Um, I didn't have time to think.
I thought you already
Wow.
knew what you wanted to draft.
No.
Just all mind games. That's all it is.
Y- Well, yes.
All mind games.
Simply.
Okay.
Okay. No, I got it. I got it. I have
Okay.
to.
You have
This
two
has to
picks.
be.
Don't forget, you got two
I
picks.
know, and
Okay.
this one has to be mine. I'm gonna go Oscar nom.
I have no idea what you're gonna take.
Fuck it. Let me also get a Best Picture nom. I'm gonna take Juno.
Okay,
nice.
that's a good pick.
I love
I haven't
Juno.
I haven't, I haven't revisited Juno as of late.
It's such an interesting movie to watch as a young person slash teenager and then revisit it as an adult to see what inappropriate relationships
Mhm.
look like. We have Juno, teen pregnancy alert, knocked up by, you guessed it, Michael Sarah. Can you imagine that? Um, Baby will be given away to the parents who are Jennifer Garner and Jason Bateman. Can
Yeah,
you imagine living a life like that?
it's crazy.
But also Juno's dad, J.K. Simmons.
Doesn't he win
Just
Best Supporting Actor for this role?
does he? Fact check that.
Best Actor in a Supporting Role? No. Bardem wins, but he is. I thought he was at least nominated.
Maybe a Globe,
Wow.
maybe a SAG,
No,
or
maybe
an
it's a
actor,
snub.
as they call it.
Probably a huge
Um,
snub in my because my brain has
I wouldn't doubt it. But the movie it's very quintessential quirky. I feel like when I think of quirky, twee, like thinking about the music and, someone who wants to just whip out a ukulele and start playing that, I know that they love Juno. So I have very fond memories of Juno. Juno is just one of those movies I feel like in the canon of indie movies that like are so Indian, like the way that it's made, but it has made such a widespread like impact. I would say along the lines of like Napoleon Dynamite or maybe Little Miss Sunshine, like
Mm,
festival darling movies that just really get out there. So yes, I would love to have Juno on my team, please.
okay. Yeah,
Look at us
premiere
all
tell
getting
you
our
right.
Oscar noms off the board.
Yeah.
Ah, interesting. Interesting. Everybody went for a Best Picture nomination. Juno
Hmm.
nominated for 4 Academy Awards, and it won Best Original Screenplay. Hmm,
Deserved.
yeah, it's pretty crazy. Okay. No, There Will Be Blood nominated for 8 awards. Michael Clayton 7. Some big nom numbers we're going with here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Hmm.
You got another pick, Des.
This is tough. This feels just like first place because it's just like, yeah, I knew you guys were going to pick those movies. Where do we go from here? I
Right.
feel like that makes life a little difficult. What are you guys thinking of picking next?
Depends on what you two pick before me.
Oh, and that's so fair. Um,
I'm up in the air between 2.
mm, I
I
mean,
don't think you're going to draft either. So I think I'm safe. I think I'm cool.
Mhm.
okay, okay.
He said
I
moments
think
before treachery.
right.
Mhm.
Um, Maybe I'm feeling a little No Country for Old Men.
That'd be 4 of the
Thoughts?
5 Best Picture nominees. That would be
Yeah,
pretty
'cause
crazy.
this is back when it was a real Best Picture nominee group. It was only 5 before it got
Okay,
inflated.
fucking
Before we started giving out
F
participation
F1
awards.
hater alert. I can't believe you're
No,
on my
I
pod
like
2 days after you tweeted that, brother. That's
I
crazy.
like that there's 10 Best Picture noms, but I just think it is cool that we have 3 of them on the board, but there's only 5 total.
Yeah, that is cool. A little more scarce.
Um, I think I'm gonna go comedy.
Ooh. Crack
Yeah.
open the category. Okay, going
Fuck,
comedy.
this comedy category is so stupidly stacked.
It's loaded.
Like it's
Mhm.
actually insane. But I think I would be doing myself a disservice if I didn't take the comedy.
Yeah. Dang.
Yeah. Super bad, you're coming home with me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the
Yeah.
right pick.
Figured that wouldn't
Damn.
be able to get back to me, but obviously was holding out some hope.
Wow.
But yeah,
Yeah.
it is
Yeah.
the comedy. Like
It's
still
the
probably
comedy,
my
for
favorite
sure.
comedy of all time. Like
Me
the
too.
Like I feel like kids are born and it's just like they have to learn how to walk, but they come out the womb knowing who McLovin is.
Right.
You know? Like they just know that Muhammad is the
Oh
most
my
common
man.
name. So it's just like I think that movie it's also where a lot of people got their start
Mm.
and it's just crazy to see how far we've come with comedy as well and how some things can still ironically hold up when they're like raunchy teen comedies.
Yeah. I mean, this to me is like you guys said, this is the comedy of all time.
Yeah.
In my opinion, I'm a huge Step Brothers guy, but this to me reigns supreme. There's so much in this movie that is unbelievable, lights out. Even now, like I recently rewatched this a few months ago, and the entire sequence where Jonah Hill goes into the liquor store and it basically plays out this fake fantasy of him robbing the liquor store and killing
Yes.
people and getting away with the gold lager is
Mhm.
unbelievably funny. God, I wish we could make movies like this now.
I have to be honest, I didn't realize how big of a fan of Greg Matola that I was.
Yeah.
Like, they're
Mm.
super I mean, Paul is Paul, but Adventureland, Confess Fletch, The Day Trippers, like,
Mm.
taking it all the way back to Parker Posey. That's serious business. Um, yeah, cool dude.
Yeah. Okay. That's a good pick. That's a good pick.
Yeah, sad to see it gone. It's crazy that Michael Cera is getting the two movies off the board so quick, but
And
Yeah.
who's to
Wow.
say?
The Michael Cera fan club alert.
oh, 1,000%. I remember someone asked me one time, "What are your 5 favorite movies?" And I listed off 5 movies, and she said, "Why are 4 of those movies with Michael Cera?" I said, "All right, mind your business. How about
He's
that?"
just kind of that guy.
Because
Yeah,
he's kind of that guy. And if it's not Michael
ultimately.
Cera, it's Jesse Eisenberg.
Mhm.
So,
Mm-hmm.
mhm.
Yeah. The
We
the scene in this where he's in bed is like the most. That's the scene I truly can't watch. Like I physically can't. Like I almost have to fast forward through it. Like it's like so. He's so good, and she is as well. I can't remember her name. So I feel like she wasn't a whole lot after this movie, but jeez, that scene,
Yeah,
yeah.
great movie, good pick.
thank you.
Yeah.
Where are you going, Ethan?
That's the question, isn't it?
You better get Mr. Bob with that furious ass side part.
What? What are you talking about right now?
You you know who I'm talking about.
I'm trying to hone in on. I hate being in the middle because it's like I you really have to jump on the right stone to move forward, because I'm
Yeah,
sandwiched between the double picks is absolutely brutal. And I just
yeah.
want to make sure that I don't take a misstep here.
Hmm.
Um
Detrimental.
this is tough. This is really really seeing me between a rock and a hard place.
Who's the rock and who's the hard place?
Both of you.
Probably when you don't need to answer.
Yeah.
I don't know which one I'd prefer to be, honestly.
Which one do you want? Okay. Okay. Hold on. Whoa. 10-6.
Hmm.
Tough. Box office lies to you sometimes.
I'm glad that you're checking because I know you love to check me, and
I
you
love
love
to check everybody.
you no, especially you like have like you get off on that. Like when I say something and you're like, actually,
Well,
you're so
yeah.
excited to do it, and every single time I'm like, loser. I'm actually right. So do you remember the last time when you did it and it was for the Kill Bill Whole Bloody Affair? And you
Yeah.
were like, it only actually got released in theaters this year. I said, no, stupid. It actually was
I know.
released a long
Yeah.
time ago.
You got me in that. And I will say I purchased the collector's edition of Kill Bill the Whole Bloody Affair, the one that comes
Mm.
with like a veil over the top of it.
Oh,
So
cute.
I give you full credit for drafting that movie. It's should
Thank
have been
you.
drafted. I'm here's the problem that I'm facing here. I
Hmm.
want a movie, but Tyler's absolute complete inability to read where he's going to go
Yeah.
has made my decision on whether or not I should take this movie an impossible choice because I feel like I can wait. I feel like Tyler won't draft it. But
Hmm.
if I move forward with that knowledge, Tyler's going to outwit me and draft it just because of this, that, or the other. It's not a movie that Tyler necessarily loves. That's where I'm a little bit
Mhm.
at.
But is it
I think
about
I know.
what
I
movies
think
he
I know what you're
loves?
talking about, and I think I know what you're talking about, and I am fully prepared to draft that next if you take the movie I was going to be taking otherwise. So
Oh
the
my
movie you're
God.
talking about, I think I know what you're
Oh,
talking
interesting.
about. But like for graphic purposes, like I need a movie like that. So
Yeah,
I'm
it's a
drafting
great
that if
graphic
the
there.
movie I would have got in that slot, I can't get that one. So there's that.
Wow,
So I would say if you draft the movie that I want, you will not be getting the movie you're
you're
thinking of
fucked.
by the time it gets back to you.
Cool.
Yeah.
So
Should
going
help.
down the board, threatened by Des. Coming up back the board, threatened by Tyler. It's
Yeah, but
great.
it's fine. The movie I want, I don't even think you've logged, which I
You
think
don't
I've
think
missed.
I've logged? What? But that doesn't mean I haven't seen it. I don't
Exactly.
go back and
Exactly.
log it.
Yeah.
I could have seen
Exactly.
it before whatever. 2020 when I got a
For
letter.
So
the
From
take the
people
movie you've loved
watching,
and no one gets hurt.
for the people watching, I have a blank stare in my eyes because I have no clue what they're talking about,
Just
and
draft
I'm
the movie
lost.
that you love.
I
Draft the movie
know.
that you know you love and no
Yeah.
one gets hurt.
Okay. Yeah. Right. And you'll let
Listen to
everybody
your
live.
gut, unless
Okay.
your gut's wrong.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'm gonna do it. I think it's too good to pass up, and I'd be a little disappointed if I did pass this up. So, in drama,
Mm.
yeah, in drama, I will be taking David Fincher's Zodiac. I think
There
this
you go.
movie
Right move.
is while not my personal favorite Fincher, it is a movie that every time I revisit, I'm like Fincher was put on this planet to make this movie. Only he could make this movie, and I do find it fascinating that we're talking about Zodiac on the day that the trailer for The Social Reckoning dropped. By the time that this episode comes out, that people will have been living with that trailer for a couple of weeks now. I think Tyler and I are on opposite sides of this trailer. The non-Fincher of everything, the non-Tarantino of everything, with for that sequel going on. It's a very interesting, weird time for like stories to be continuing without their proper artists. But I think Zodiac is completely engrossing. In my opinion, one of the most engrossing movies that exists. It is impossible not to be completely magnetized by everything going on. And then the huge like serotonin hit when you get not like the reveal, but when you get to the peak emotional power in the last 25 minutes, right? Like door to door, I've walked it, goes to the basement. Like it's another level of filmmaking. Gotta have it on my team.
So, for the people who haven't seen it, not me, for the people who haven't seen it, what
Yeah.
happens in the last 20 minutes?
I'm not gonna spoil Zodiac.
Do you find out who the Zodiac killer is?
No.
Ah, bummer.
So now you won't watch Zodiac because nobody knows who the killer is.
I feel like we all know who it is, you know?
Is the Zodiac
Ted
killer in the
Cruz?
room with us here on the podcast?
He might be.
Whoa. Okay. I need to gender the Zodiac killer. Holy cow. No, I love
Right.
Zodiac. Great movie. Okay.
Hmm.
Oh, I feel good about that. I feel good.
That's like a big title. Like, even though
It's a big movie.
I gotta be honest with myself and everyone listening, I haven't seen it.
Mhm.
I'm gonna assume Mark Ruffalo's in it.
Mhm.
Yeah. Wow. You
Wait.
assume or you know from Letterboxd?
I'm assuming because he's in 3 movies that in my brain are all the same thing.
Okay.
Zodiac.
Collateral.
No, don't play with me. I know Collateral. Zodiac.
He's doing the same thing in Collateral he's doing in this movie.
The
What are you talking about?
Shutter Island.
And
Shutter Island.
no,
The
what's the other
Post?
one? Oh
Spotlight.
God, it's thank you. I was gonna say Moonlight. I know that's not Moonlight. So those are all
That
the same
other
movie to
one?
me.
Yeah. Cool. They're not. Okay,
Nice.
cool. Right on.
To each their own.
Tyler, you've got 2 picks.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go for my drama here, and really it was gonna be either Zodiac, which to Ethan's point, I think we were reading each other correctly that I don't love that movie. It's been a while since I've rewatched it. Just didn't dig it as much. Like it's one of those movies that I loved like 10 years ago, and I was like, this is the best movie of all time.
Mm.
And when I rewatched it, just didn't hit the same. Like, and just I don't know what it was. It just didn't have the same oomph for me. But I feel like it's such a needed movie, especially in the drama category. It just there were like 2 movies left that like looked right in that spot for me. But I know Ethan loves Zodiac, whereas he doesn't have No Country for Old Men logged. So I'll pick that one up here. I think that's the play I'm going with. So I'm happy that I got the one I actually love, which actually on the opposite way of Zodiac, that's a movie I watched like 10 years ago. Didn't get the hype, thought it was kind of boring, and then watched it again like 5 years ago. I was like, holy shit, this is like maybe one of the best movies ever made. So just shows that rewatching and just time that goes by can change really any movie opinion for anyone. It's just you watch different movies, you experience different life experiences, you change mentally in different ways, and just movies hit different on rewatch. So I'm going to go into the drama category. No Country for Old Men. Javier Bardem gives one of the great supporting performances of all time. Josh Brolin, incredible in his lead performance. Woody Harrelson's always fun. Tommy Lee Jones is great. So Yeah, the Coen brothers are kind of directors that never really fully do it for me. I usually like most of their movies, but No Country for Old Men and Fargo are the two that I like love.
Yeah.
And Fargo, I think, might only be one of them, but I'm not sure. But No
Yeah.
Country for Old Men, great. That's what I'm picking. Best Picture
Yeah.
winner.
Best picture winner. It's a little it's a little precarious that Des and I allowed you to get both There Will Be Blood and No Country for Old Men. It's like kind of the
But you could
ultimate
say the same thing
one
about like
two.
Zodiac. I feel like that's what we talked about at the beginning. I feel like
Yeah,
there's like five movies in that like echelon, like super bad. I put in that same category.
in
Where
that
it's like,
echelon.
damn, like if you get
Yeah,
that, you're like
you're locked in.
winning for
Yeah, yeah,
sure. So there's some heavy hitters.
yeah.
Ethan, you probably have the best picture nominees, a little more memory than me. So we have four of the five. Is the other one Atonement? Just guessing looking at
Atonement
all the
would be the
movies.
other one.
Okay, that was the other
Yeah.
one. Okay.
Yep. Um, yeah, so I have seen this movie. It's crazy that I haven't logged it. I feel like I saw it after I had Letterbox, but nonetheless, I'll just have to buy the Criterion, and that'll be my excuse to watch it again. The thing to mention about this movie, I, I, it's a movie that I remember watching and being like, yeah, pretty good, pretty good. And then maybe like 48 hours later, I was like, okay, so Tommy Lee Jones's monologue at the very end might be one of the greatest things ever, like to end a film. And so it kind of like caught up to me and hit me. I think it's cool to point out that even 19 years ago, so almost 20 years ago, the Academy was awarding supporting male villains. And I have always loved to see that in movies. So all of this talk of like Sean Penn shouldn't have won or whatever, like to each their own opinion, but like that has always been the category for villains in supporting roles, and this is perfect proof of that.
Ooh.
Have you
Mhm.
seen this movie, Des?
Like, in a way.
Okay.
Like through like
Okay.
osmosis and
You
also
you
in
literally
parts.
texted me like a week ago, and
Oh
you're
my
like,
god, yes.
"Guess what? I watched mid '90s." Except I saw it all on TikTok. So in a way, truly could mean anything at all. Anything's possible.
No, I mean by way of like I definitely like watched it like
Okay.
as a child. Probably shouldn't have.
Wow. Yeah, I
Um
wouldn't. That's intense. Yeah.
and it's one of those things where it's like, oh my god, like we're gonna watch this movie. Close your eyes when I tell you to, and then I'm like, looking
Mm,
through my fingers. Um,
sure.
but I don't really like remember it,
Okay.
so I feel like I can't stake a claim over it.
That's fair. That's fair. I'm glad you recognize yourself. You know,
Yeah.
Tyler, you got another movie.
Sorry, I was muted. I was looking. I was debating a couple movies of what I want to go to next, and I think I'm gonna go comedy here. And I'll get a movie that
No,
is
Don't take it. You already have a
animated.
comedy. No, don't take an
no,
animated comedy.
There's plenty of animated comedies that year, but I'm
there
going with
are.
Ratatouille. Getting
No.
Ratatouille on the board.
Oh, okay.
Probably my number two favorite Pixar. I think Coco is still my all time favorite, but
Hmm.
this is a movie that
Oh,
I've always really liked, but I didn't realize until getting on like Film Talk that for some reason British people love Ratatouille. Like this is like their goat number one animated movie of all time. Like it's always the Brits I see on TikTok are like
Hmm.
Ratatouille is the greatest Pixar ever, and if you say anything else, you're wrong. So didn't realize that until I got on Film Talk. I was like, oh, I guess British people love Ratatouille. I still love it too. It's probably top two Pixar for me, but that's what I'm going to get in here on animated. I think it could have also fit in box office, but
Yeah.
like Ethan said at the beginning, there's a ton of box office movies that year, so I'm not too worried about running out of options.
Yeah. Good movie. Good movie. I need to revisit it. I've been holding a take recently where Ratatouille is not as good as everybody makes it out to be. And I just might need to dip back into the well, but I think it's fine.
That's what do you think?
Ratatouille. I do love the Ratatouille movie. I love how they say Ratatouille.
Ratatouille.
Um, the health code violations of it all just does not sit right with me.
Mm,
Um, how are you just gonna let a rat cook your food? But spiritually, I think it is a great story, and
yeah.
I think it's a very fantastic Pixar movie. Not my favorite. But
Yeah. Great case study for nepotism for sure. The pros and cons. Um, okay. Ratatouille off the board. Ratatouille off the board. Where do we go? I hate being in the middle because I don't know what to do.
it's funny
I'm
because I feel like you're still like in a good spot.
No, I feel good. I feel good. I feel really good.
Mm-hmm.
There's a movie that I think that you would probably draft if you could, but you already have comedy locked up. But I can never count you out, you know?
Yeah.
Gotta be
If
careful.
you do what I think you want to do, Ethan, I'm gonna find a way to come through my laptop screen and just
What does
get you.
that mean? What does
The
that
rain
mean?
style.
God
No, no,
damn, yeah.
genuinely, you have 7 seconds versus days.
Okay. Well, I'm trying to do like a quick count. I'm trying to see where I'm at because I need comedy, action, horror, box office, and wild card.
Yeah.
Ideally, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 movies that I want, but I only have 4 categories. So I really just need to like pin those down.
Sir.
Like I said, there's some good movies this year. Some good movies that I
Yes.
like.
Yes. No, we all know. I think that you should go. No, we all have Oscar nom
No,
already.
no, don't say, don't tell me what to do. You know, I'm just trying.
I
I'm thinking about votes too. You know, I think one of these will play better on a graphic than the other.
I think I think you should follow your heart.
God, I was hoping this would be subcategorized as comedy, and it's not. What a loss.
If only you got super bad, you know what I mean?
I know. Then I wouldn't be having this issue.
Tough.
Okay, in comedy, I'm going to be going with a movie that I revisited. Speaking of which, we just glossed over the prep work that I put in for this draft. I just want you guys to
I
know
saw.
I was watching 2007 movies. I was
I-
putting in the work.
Trust.
Wow.
I
Okay.
watched that story and I saw your letterbox logs.
Let's go. I thank
better-
you.
And you know what? You better get Spider Pig.
Some of them I had already seen. I just hadn't logged or seen in a long time.
Right.
And I was like, let's fire it up. A lot of new watches for me that may or may not be drafted, but I
Mhm.
did come prepared. So speaking of Spider Pig for president, I'm going to be drafting the Simpsons movie in comedy.
Nature.
Nice.
So I have a great relationship with this movie because this movie came out in 2007. Like I said, I was 13 years old. 3 of my best friends all had birthdays right around the same day. Like it was all on the same weekend. So they would do a big combined birthday. And we were teenage boys at the time. And the coolest thing in the world was to stay up all night long. So we went to one of their houses. We went to the midnight showing of the Simpsons movie, a movie that I was not allowed to go see. I was not allowed to be watching The Simpsons because my parents thought it was animated from Satan himself. Nonetheless, I went to that midnight showing and I went back to my friend's house and we stayed up all night drinking Mountain Dew and swimming in the pool. And I walked on home because it was just down the road from my house at good old 8 a.m. And I said, you know what? That was a pivotal night in my life. I'm a teenage boy now. And I feel great
Wait,
about what the Simpsons movie means to me in my heart. So
that's the life. Wait,
it was great.
which one is your Mountain Dew? I'm Code Red.
Yeah, I was a big Code Red boy.
Yeah.
For
Do you
sure,
remember when
yeah.
Mountain Dew had like the energy drinks?
No,
No.
not really. I was never big
Right.
on energy drinks. Yeah.
Okay.
It was like Code Red was pretty much it when it was my
Okay.
age. And then they came out with like a Blue Voltage or something like that.
We're
Oh,
getting
after
too crazy now.
Yeah, it was a
I
little
love the
after me.
orange, the live wire.
Oh, Live
Ooh,
Wire. Yeah, that was a good
the name
one.
was always cool. Then we got Baja Blast.
Yeah, yeah. So I rewatched the Simpsons movie a few nights ago and found it equal parts stupid and downright comforting and hilarious.
Yeah.
And I think it's great.
No, that movie reminds me of good days. I feel like every time like I used to watch like that movie, I was just in stitches, you
Yeah.
know, always good memories attached to it. Thinking of Homer's just so stupid. You know what I mean? He's just
So-
what an idiot.
Dude.
And it's honestly insane the run that the Spider Pig song had like
Oh,
in schools. Like
it had a hold over
fucking
everybody's
insane.
brain. It was like the vocal stem of that
Does
generation.
whatever Spider Pig does.
Yeah, it's, so
Can
good.
he swing from a web? No, he can't.
'Cause
He's
he's-
a pig.
And now kids
He's
just
like
get
on the
peaches to
roof.
sing. They get
Oh,
it just
tough.
doesn't hit the same.
It
hit the
doesn't.
same. No. It's a great movie. Yeah, good time, fun time.
Oh my
This
god!
is the
could you
worst day of your
imagine
life so far.
The Simpsons coming out today with like the way teenagers are today in movies.
I mean, we're getting a Simpsons movie 2 in 2027, are we not?
Yeah, but I'm thinking of like that movie,
Yeah,
like when
2027.
like the hype, like when like it was
Oh, sure.
originally like released with like today's crowd of teens.
Yeah, be bananas. Wow,
Ridiculous.
exciting.
Mm,
Okay, I feel good.
fuck. Is it my turn?
Mhm. Yep,
This is
you got 2.
terrible. This is terrible news.
Back to
You got
back.
2.
Um mhm. Oh my god, I'm nervous. Okay. Okay,
Knicks
I
are
know what I'm gonna
losing, so the first person to force me into a bad draft pick will see my
oh my god.
demise.
No, they
They're
can't
not
lose.
they're not
Oh,
losing. They're getting fucking blown out.
oh that
Okay.
they're getting blown out.
Is that
Pause.
funny? Is that funny to you? Is that funny to you for some reason?
It's hilarious
What's
to
funny
me.
about that?
No comment.
Hmm. Okay.
Anyways, so I think what I'm gonna do is, and you know what? I don't think necessarily you guys would maybe choose this, but maybe you would because I don't want to like put you guys in a box and stereotype or anything like that.
I think it's the
So
first time you've ever been so considerate. That was so kind of you to say.
yeah, of course. I mean, honestly, Ethan, I stereotype you enough because I can kind of get a sense of who you are that like I feel kind of mean sometimes when I
Yeah,
do it
you know me.
because it's
Yeah.
just you are just so appalled at like the read that I can do on you
Yeah,
and
it's almost
it's
scary.
I feel bad. Uh now, what do we consider a drama? Like does it have to be like the leading
No,
like
it doesn't need to be the leading genre, I believe.
okay. Cuz really if you think about it anything could be a drama.
Well, okay. Sure. I
No?
mean, yeah, the Simpsons become fugitives. It's very dramatic. They're hunted by the law.
Exactly. That
Federal Bureau of
quite li-
Investigation.
that could have been your drama pick.
I could have
So,
argued it.
and I would have agreed with you.
Well, let's
I
hear it.
think
Tyler and I will make a decision.
fuck this is terrible. So for drama, you know what? And I have a case for it if you want to fight me on it.
Okay.
For drama, I'm going to go with Hairspray.
Okay.
Any arguments?
I've never seen this movie.
What is wrong with you?
I have multiple times.
Is it not so
Wait.
fantastic?
Yeah, Tyler,
Mhm.
is this my wavelength? Because you and I share an affinity for Mamma Mia. Am I gonna like this movie?
I personally like Mamma Mia quite a bit more, but
Okay.
it's
It's good.
yeah, it's good. I think it's a remake, but Zac Efron's just like he's just in his
Oh,
bag.
Adam
like
Shankman made this
like
movie?
a remake like
Wow.
in a way because the original is from what 86 and that's John Waters and it's a
Mhm.
PG John Waters movie done in only a way that John Waters can, which is incredible that he was able to make a PG movie and still kind of keep his zhuzh, which I always found very 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 cool.
Yeah.
But then that movie, the concept of it went to Broadway. And then they have Broadway Hairspray, but then Broadway Hairspray, boom, moving backwards, made into the musical movie, in
Mhm.
which they added the one song for Zac Efron called Lady's Choice. That's not actually a part of the musical. They added that
Mm.
in. Now, stick with me.
I've
Even
already been lost.
though it's the same concept, they're both very different and they're both so good.
Mm.
Everyone
Okay.
really does their fucking thing in this movie. James Marsden,
Mm.
He is
his
great
best
in
role,
this. Yeah.
insane. Queen Latifah, Zac Efron, Nikki Blonsky, pre-racism. Amanda Bynes.
Mhm.
Whom else?
Pre what? Pre face tats?
Not too much on my girl. This was at the very tail end of like her acting. To be honest with you, I think oh 08 might have been like her last year for something.
Okay.
Um,
Jerry
but
Stiller's in this movie? Wow. R.I.P.
yeah.
A real one.
Oh my God. How could I forget
Damn.
John Travolta in drag
Yeah.
at his happiest, mind you? He's never been happier than to be in that role with Christopher Walken.
He looked
It's
pretty happy wearing his little hat, his little beret.
And
Out
it's the
there,
same
out
thing.
there in France.
Yes, he tucked up his baldness and just put in a little man bun up top. But I don't know, this movie is
Okay.
actually incredible. It's the music, it just hits every single time. I rewatched it maybe like the last like month or two. I put in the DVD and it's such like a good classic feeling. I love it.
Okay. I mean, I'm not going to argue on a movie that I haven't seen. The genres on Letterboxd are comedy, romance, drama. So
Mhm.
I think I've got no qualms from me. The interesting thing of note: this is written by Leslie Dixon, who wrote movies such as Freaky Friday, Mrs. Doubtfire, and Limitless.
That's
A
the
real
one
one.
with Bradley Cooper?
Yeah, he becomes limitless. Des.
Right. So you have to take my side then.
Yeah, I'm pro. I'm pro.
Yeah.
Allow it.
Mhm.
Allow it. Yeah. I just added this to my watch list.
Oh my god.
You've only
We have
drafted movies with one word so far. Interesting strategy.
I'll keep doing it. I'll keep doing it. Yeah. No, I
Okay.
won't. It's definitely not the next one that I want to choose. Um any thoughts on Hairspray, Tyler?
Yeah, again, like to Ethan's point, I definitely like Mamma Mia a lot more, but I think it's really fun. My rating's lower than I probably feel about it because I think about it more fondly. But like of the two musicals that year with Zac Efron, this is my less
Mhm.
preferred, unfortunately. Prefer the
That
other
makes
Efron
it's
musical.
interesting that you brought up Mamma Mia because I don't feel like they're like comparable outside of the
No,
fact of this
Ethan just
being like
brought
a
it up. He
musical.
said, yeah, Ethan was kind of asking if they're similar at all, but which they're
Yeah,
not.
no, that makes it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just
what a
trying to get a
silly guy.
comp. I'm playing the same game you were doing. You're like, give me a comp for Michael Clayton. I'm just trying to get a comp so
Mhm.
I can understand if it's my wavelength, you know?
No, that's not the same thing. That's like
I'd say
saying,
a comp
oh,
is like kind of like Footloose. Because like Footloose, the mayor says you can't dance. This movie is like white people and black people on screen together can't dance.
yeah, it's segregation and
Mhm.
integration
Mhm.
and the civil rights. It's the '60s in Baltimore.
Oh, sounds important.
Yeah, the first song is called "Good Morning Baltimore."
Mhm.
Oh,
Uh,
okay.
Brittany Snow, Michelle Pfeiffer, yeah, incredible lineup of people. Sorry, I can't get over it. Wow, what a movie. Okay, so my next one. Hmm. Now this is interesting. Should I pick something that feels a little bit more grown? I feel like I've just been silly, you know?
Yeah.
No?
No, no, no. I
You
think you should follow. I think you should follow your heart. I think you should keep doing you.
you want to see my downfall. I don't
No,
blame
no, no.
you.
I am lifting you up. I'm lifting you up to
Why
greatness.
have we've all done the same categories?
Oh my God, we have. Has that? Wow. I'm sure it's been done
That's
before, but that's a
actually
little
insane.
ominous. That's a little ominous.
Um, fuck. Well, I'm going to go.
Yeah, where are you gonna go now?
I'm gonna go box office.
Ooh, okay. Yeah. I'm looking at box office too.
Yeah,
Getting a little
and
dicey.
I'm gonna go with movie I love, which I also feel like a lot of people like don't know, but I feel like they should know because of the director. He's such a big director. I'm gonna go with American Gangster, Ridley Scott.
Mm.
He's such a big director. You pick this movie the day it gets announced that he gets an honorary Oscar next year. He's kind of a
Is he
big deal.
really? Sorry, Ethan. I work all day and I'm not on my
Okay.
phone. So
Okay.
could you also imagine? I didn't say this before. I also just found out
Wow.
a trailer drop for The Social Reckoning. So I can't
Oh
wait to
my
go
God,
watch
you
that
didn't
when
know
this is done.
this.
No, I didn't
Okay.
know.
Well, maybe we should do a live watch along right now. Okay, and you're taking this in box office.
Yeah.
How much money did this movie make? $130
Buku bucks.
million. Jeez Louise.
In
Which has
2007,
never
that's like
happened
3
nowadays.
billion.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Well, that was only domestic. It made 270 total, but I know that
Yeah.
the stipulation for this draft is the domestic. But just saying, like, just thinking a movie like this today would make, you'd be lucky
Yeah.
if it crosses 50 million
Yeah.
worldwide.
Genuinely. I have a vivid memory of watching this movie and watching Denzel Washington slam that guy's head in the piano top. And like, God, what an actor. I wish
It's
his
crazy
lineage could
that like
follow suit.
he had a son that has genes. That's really cool.
He has a son who he
how
has a
do
son.
you find a
Period.
way every episode you're on to bring it back to JDW? How do you do it?
Because I know it makes you sick to your stomach for me to say it.
Kind of does, honestly. Now this
You
movie
get
I haven't seen.
really see what I
Yeah.
mean? You gotta.
I got some Ridley Scott. I got some gaps. He's kind of a
Do you,
roll of the dice for me.
he has like 300 billion movies. Like
Yeah,
it's
that's the trouble.
there's so many. But look at the cast list and just
This movie's 157 minutes. Whew.
worth it.
Okay,
Wait,
I
the
gotta
budget
check.
for this movie was $100 million.
I gotta check it out. I gotta check it out. Where are you at on this, Tyler?
Um, haven't seen it.
Ho ho!
And you see,
Wow.
and you see
Would
how
you
like I
look at
led
that?
in like with the movie,
Would you
and I
look
was
at
like,
that?
a lot of people haven't seen it, but they should. It's a really big director. And then you guys were both like, yeah, I've actually never
Bam.
seen it.
What do you know? Okay. You're back to me. Back to me.
Back to you. Back to you, Ethan.
Yep. I've got to make a decision.
And let me guess, you didn't think not one thought about what you're gonna pick next, right?
Oh no. I'm pretty good. Pretty good.
Right. I have a thought.
Really the wild card that's doing me in, because I want a couple of things that I think I just need to shape up, and really get smart. But I think I know where I'm going for box office. But then
Are you
maybe
literally picking box office?
I
You're gonna keep the trend of
maybe. I just don't know. Again, I gotta figure out what Tyler's trying to do. I gotta try and consult the magic 8 ball here.
it's really crazy. Do you not find me to be like a threat? Like you keep trying to figure out what Tyler's going to do. What about what I'm gonna do?
You just drafted
No,
two
I was
movies
thinking
I
about this
haven't
earlier.
seen.
It's not like if I was in Ethan's spot, I was thinking about this earlier. How like he has to, because me and Des are going to pick very different movies. So like the fact that he's always sandwiched between us, it's like he's like, okay, Tyler's about to pick, so I got to think about this side of like what picks I
Yeah.
want. Now Des was like, I
Yeah.
gotta think of this side.
It's
just,
so
like,
brutal.
Yeah.
Okay. In box office, I am going to be going with the highest domestic grosser of 2007. I will be taking Spider-Man 3. This is Sam Raimi's capper
Very nice.
on the Spider-Man trilogy that has many faults and is much campy, but it is a movie that I just rewatched with my kids. We're going through the Sam Raimi Spider-Mans right now. Their interest waned a little bit with Spider-Man 3, and I could totally see the biggest problems that like we see as adults, kids totally pick up on those as well. Like they really clocked out when it was like Venom, Sandman, MJ stuck in a cab 40 million feet above the sky. Like it was just
Yeah.
too much, and their brains shut down a little bit. Spider-Man 1 and 2, they were like locked in because it's only Green Goblin, it's only Doc Ock. But I like, Spider-Man gave us a lot. Gave us a lot of gems, gave us a lot of important movie moments, and yeah, it's a special movie nonetheless.
Shout out to Bill Pope. Wow, what a guy. Ethan, do you know who Bill Pope is?
Enlighten me, Des.
The cinematographer. Okay.
Doing Lord
Um,
work.
And genuinely, shout out to him because when
Wow, he shot some insane movies. Holy shit.
yes. So
Oh, he's a Raimi
he
guy. Okay.
he met Edgar Wright while he was doing Spider-Man 3. Sam Raimi got them together, and then that's how they got to do Scott Pilgrim together.
Mhm.
Bill Pope did the cinematography for Scott Pilgrim. They did the commentary together as well. And it's I feel like I talk about it so much, but that is probably one of the best watch along commentaries I've ever heard, with the two of them just going at it, talking about, making
Yeah.
that masterpiece.
Wow, that would be so interesting. Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, this movie makes $336 million domestically, total worldwide of $885 million. That what we know now about Spider-Man 3, and I understand like it's a capper on a trilogy. You've got it's a big deal at the time, all of those things. Like we're living in a time right now where Masters of the Universe came out 5 days ago and it's being outgrossed on a Wednesday by Obsession in its 4th week. Like it just is not the same as it was in 2007. So for this movie to make almost $1 billion back then is kind of bananas. But the biggest takeaway when I rewatched this was that the black Spider-Man suit, when Peter first gets the black Spider-Man suit on the glass building, is
Mhm.
one of the sickest looking things in a comic book movie, just flat out ever. I think it looks unbelievably cool.
I think that you should record a video of you doing the Bully Maguire dance, and he's like this.
Oh yeah. Yeah, maybe I already have. Who's to say? Maybe it's behind lock and padlock.
Oh, you're getting hacked immediately.
Okay. All right, I feel good about that. Tyler, you got 2 picks. Was this on your radar at all? Was this movie on your radar?
Yeah, it definitely was. I don't know if it would have ended up with me, but it was definitely on the short list of like something that could go my way. It's a movie that
Yep.
right now I rate a 3.5, but I will say when I've watched it 3 times now and it was a 2.5, then a 3, and then a 3.5. So it's like getting fonder every time I watch it at this point.
Yeah.
But yeah, fun movie. I will go. I'm also going to go box office just because why not? Why
Wow.
trend at this point? Why break it up?
Yeah.
And I will go with Transformers. Michael Bay's
Nice.
Transformers.
Okay.
Feel like a lot of people have a lot of like some people would love the entire franchise, some people despise the movies, but I feel like everyone kind of agrees like the first one's pretty solid at the least. And it gave us the Cloverfield trailer right before it, which I remember being insane. But yeah, Transformers, I think it's a lot of fun. Introduces the world to Megan Fox, which awoke a lot of people and generations on every area of the spectrum.
Still
Like,
doing
it's
it, man. It's still
an
happening.
awakening. Yeah, it's just the awakening of all awakenings. But also, I remember as a kid, I vividly remember like looking up like how much is a yellow Chevy Camaro with like black racing stripes? Because like that's gonna be my car. Like I want this car. So it's a very effective car commercial as well. Yeah, I love the first Transformers. I haven't watched the whole franchise in a long time, and I just don't really care for any of the other films in the franchise. But I really like this original one. I think it's just Michael Bay doing what Michael Bay does best, just being unfiltered, raunchy. I mean, let's face it, sexist, but just explosions. Like it's
Absolutely.
Michael Bay. That's what he is. And I think you can only take so much of it. That's why I really like the first Transformers. And I think everywhere beyond that, I'm like, all right, I'm a little over this. But yeah, I think this one's pretty solid. How about you guys? You Transformers heads or not fans?
I've never seen this movie.
Are
Never
you
seen
joking?
Transformers. No, I'm
Wow.
serious. Do I need
crazy.
to get stuck in on Transformers? Do I need to watch it?
Like the first 3.
That franchise
I
just
don't need
passed
to.
me by. I just like didn't like latch onto it at the right time.
I think you got to. You're missing out on some
Yeah.
cultural moments for sure.
Okay. It's
That's
a crazy Yeah.
Mhm.
It's a crazy thing. This movie, 2 writers, Roberto Orci and Alex Kurtzman, both also wrote my favorite Mission Impossible 3. What are the chances of that? That tells me I need to get
That
in
should be
on
all you need to
Transformers.
know. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a good sell.
I think
That one does have Philip Seymour Hoffman, Des. That movie does have Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Does he play the entity?
I won't
Does
hear
he?
any Mission Impossible
Oh,
slander.
no. Oh,
Okay,
that-
Transformers.
mind you,
State
genuine
your piece.
question.
State your piece.
I love Transformers so much. It's like very like weird, like how much I love Transformers. I went to Universal Studios in Hollywood
Yeah,
recently, met Megatron. Oh my God. I was cheesing. That's my friend. He was so mean. But like I was having a blast and I thought it was like the best thing of like my life. Transformers, I vividly remember the first time I saw it. It was on bootleg. It was at home.
Nice.
But I remember how emotionally changed I was by the ending with Optimus Prime having like his monologue.
Whoa, don't
then-
spoil it. I haven't seen it. You're going to spoil it for me right now?
Shut up. You'll be fine.
I
Optimus
will watch
Prime's
this movie.
monologue, and then it cuts to directed by Michael Bay, and What I've Done starts playing by Linkin Park.
Okay. Yeah, I did.
I
know that.
feel crazy. What like genuinely what a cool like ending, and I feel like it gets made fun of a lot on TikTok. But
Mhm.
listen, I feel like when you get to like that kind of point of just like being like that kind of iconic in a way, you're gonna get made fun of, or at least like duplicated, kind of like how it might have been maybe last year, maybe the year prior, when everyone was making those Wes Anderson type of clips, and it was just very pastel, neon.
Mhm.
No, you think you don't remember?
No, I remember. I'm so locked in on social media, Des. I'm locked in.
Are you?
I remember. Oh, of course. Of
Okay.
course.
Just making sure.
Okay.
Alright.
Transformers has been drafted.
I will
Nice.
go with I'll have to verify with you guys because I'm gonna go with the action horror here. And it's fine if you say no. It's not listed as either action or horror in Letterboxd, but like I totally feel like it is. But again, this is like I have plenty of movies like right at the same tier. If you don't want me to pick this, that's fine. But I would have expected this to be listed in both. And I'm gonna go I Am Legend. I feel like that's like
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Action
It's
horror.
listed
Absolutely,
as-
that's absolutely horror.
perfect
it's listed
blend of
as
both.
sci-fi thriller drama, but I'm like, I feel like it
No,
scared the shit out of me as a kid, and there's a lot of action shoot 'em up scenes. So I'm like, I feel like it's got to fit in action horror. So
Yeah.
Letterboxd
100%.
usually is very liberal with their genre classifications, and in this case,
Hmm.
I feel like they're not
Not so.
doing I Am Legend a service. So I'm gonna go with I Am Legend. I don't think it's the greatest movie in the world. We're getting a second one with like Michael B. Jordan in it and maybe
Yeah.
directing. I don't know what the whole deal is there, but never
That's
would have
so
thought to see a
interesting.
sequel to that movie. I remember getting this on DVD and they have the alternate
Mhm.
endings. It's one of those that I've seen so many times as a kid, the normal
Yep.
and the alternate, that I don't remember what the normal, like what is the actual ending and
Mm-hmm.
what's the
Me
alternate
too.
one. Um, but I really loved it as a kid. Perfect amount of scares for me, who was not a horror guy at all as a kid. And not really a huge horror guy now. I'm slowly like building up a tolerance, but because it's like it's scary and thrilling. There's a lot of quiet moments that quickly get overrun with zombies, and it's a zombie infection movie at the end of the day. So I
Yep.
mean, what's that if not a horror movie? So dug it. Will Smith. I think this is like during his bread and butter prime years.
Oh yeah.
The dog, rest in peace. But
Oh,
great movie.
Crazy. I remember owning this movie and watching it all the time when I was a kid.
Mhm.
I have not revisited it as an adult. It was playing at a bar that I was at recently, and I saw like 3 seconds of it or whatever. And I told my wife, I was like, they're playing I Am Legend, just in case you were curious. So I can still pull. I remember so much of this movie and really loving it. You talk about like some eerie kind of silent moments. I remember specifically like when he's going into this kind of warehouse with the infected. And I remember being freaked the fuck out as a kid every
hmm.
single time I saw this movie. This is a good pick.
Mhm.
I think it's pretty good.
I agree.
Yeah,
That's
agreed.
like
I think it's the
that's
best way to put it. It's pretty good.
hmm.
Yeah, I don't think it's great, but it's
Yeah.
pretty good.
Pretty good.
We're like I said at the beginning, we're in the yeah, sure, fine portion of the draft.
Sure.
I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. I Am Legend off the board. Wow. Oof. A lot of my shortlist picks are out of here. Okay. Do I buck the trend and just draft wildcard now? Jeez. Anything's possible,
If you just believe.
I guess. I'm gonna assume that's from High School Musical.
No.
Okay. I am gonna go with think action horror.
Mm-hmm.
And because
No.
I feel pretty solid about my wild card. I don't think you're gonna draft my wild card. But I will say, to that extent, tune into the episode next week. Because I said the same exact thing in the same position that I'm in now. Things went a little bit differently. That's my
I
little
want
tease.
you to know the
Yeah.
movie that you're probably looking at, I have not logged it on Letterbox.
The movie I'm looking out to draft right now.
Probably.
Okay. Well, maybe. We will let's find out together. In action horror, I'm going to be drafting what I believe to be a really underrated movie in this filmmaker's filmography. One that I really like and I think just like oozes cool factor. And I'm going to be drafting Death Proof. This is Tarantino's
Hmm.
movie about Kurt Russell and hunting
Feet.
some people down, and yeah, a lot of feet, a lot of death, and a lot of cool stuff. I think it's a pretty cool movie.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Why?
it's my least favorite Tarantino, but that's not
Least
really saying
favorite?
much. I love
Whoa,
Tarantino
really?
movies personally. I'm basic in that sense. So this is the one I am gravitated towards the least, I guess.
Okay, interesting.
I think it's interesting that you didn't do the full Grindhouse.
I've never seen it. I don't know. Like, I genuinely don't
Yeah.
know what that encompasses. I don't really know what that means.
It's oh my god.
Robert Rodriguez.
It's Robert Rodriguez and Quentin Tarantino both have their movies. It's like
Oh, it's like a
almost
double bill.
like a Kill
Oh,
Bill.
okay. This is
but
with
like
Planet
not like the same.
Terror.
Like, yeah, Planet
Oh,
Terror
okay.
and Death Proof.
Gotcha. Okay, yeah. So I haven't seen Planet Terror. I wanted to watch it for this draft. I didn't get around to it, so I'm not
Mm,
going to draft Grindhouse.
mhm.
But I like Death Proof. I think it is like underrated just because it is not on the same level as some of the other Tarantino movies, like Once Upon a Time or Pulp Fiction. You talk about like some of the all time greats, but I think this movie's really fun and it's Kurt Russell maybe in like the coolest he's ever been. A lot of beautiful people. I don't know. It's pretty cool.
The coolest, Kurt Russell. That's like every role.
I know. That's what makes it so complex. Difficult.
Mm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I've drafted. You're going to be the first to finish your team, Des.
Shit. All right. So there's action, horror, and wild card.
Is that the movie you were thinking that I was thinking of? Or what were you alluding to not logging?
The thing is, I felt in my spirit that you were probably going to either pick Grindhouse or split it up once I remembered the whole Kill Bill bloody affair
Oh, sure.
situation. I was like, I feel like you have to try to get your lick back or something.
Oh, gotcha. I could have.
I thought that you were going to do Before the Devil Knows You're Dead.
Yeah, I didn't.
Oh, but it feels like that might be next under a wild card. Huh.
I think you should just make your picks, man. Just
I've never
make
even
your
heard of
picks.
that movie. I'm missing out.
Oh,
Bullshit. There's no way.
What is it? Before the Devil Knows
Before
You're
the
Dead?
Devil Knows You're Dead, Sidney Lumet? You've never heard of this movie?
I didn't know.
Why are we talking about this movie? I drafted a totally different movie. Des has 2 movies to draft. Let's just focus on what's at hand here, okay?
because we're going to talk about it now because you
God
want to talk about it.
Damn it.
Because
You're stuck. Are you serious? You're drafting this movie?
No.
Okay.
No, you can have the movie.
Don't do that.
I learned about this movie though when we did the Philip Seymour Hoffman collaborative draft, and I was like, what a sick ass title. It's actually insane.
Unreal
What a clutch move to secure a title like that. But no, I'm not going to choose that movie. You're safe for now. What I am going, you know what? Fuck it. Let's keep the silly. I think I'm gonna go wild card. I actually am going to break off.
Wow.
I'm gonna go Hot Rod.
Another cool beans.
Cool beans. Oh my God. Sickeningly good movie. Jesus Christ. Oh, it's so funny. It's such a good one.
This is a good one.
Yeah.
Isn't there like there's like a Kool-Aid bit in this movie, right? I can't remember exactly what it is, but it's so funny.
I think it might have been the Musicians Films draft when I was talking about how much I love The Lonely Island, and then Bobby took Popstar.
Yep.
I was pissed.
I'm freaking pumped. I've been drinking green tea all goddamn day.
It's too good.
It's really funny. Yeah.
Any thoughts on Hot Rod before I close out on action horror?
Pretty funny movie.
Too long. I've seen it, but not my letterbox time, and probably not since it was like syndicated to like FX TV channel or something on TV, basically like watching it with commercials way back in the day. But to me, like Juno, Hot Rod, Adventureland are 3 movies that kind of operate. I vividly know which one is which, but they all operate in the same kind of flavor.
Yeah. That's so fair.
Which is a good flavor. Like I like those movies, but they all just kind of blend together a bit to me.
It's very much my speed of things, I think. Yeah. Ooh,
Your last pick.
Okay, last pick. You're gonna wrap up your team here.
I have another movie to make a case for this one. It's a
for
horror,
the action horror category.
Yes, it's a horror in a way.
Okay, don't bring that to me. Just say what you're gonna say. I made such a compelling case for First Reformed, and I've hundreds of episodes later have not lived it down.
And I'm sure, like, I would believe you, like, if I saw it. And like, I told you about the time that like I tried to see it, and then I said, never mind. I'm actually gonna watch something else.
You got like 7 minutes in, you're like, I'm out.
I'm so sorry.
Okay, cool.
Make your horror Terabithia.
Not a horror movie.
No, I'm not gonna let that fly.
Why not?
Absolutely not. No.
Okay.
Nor is it action, for what it's worth.
I think I was scared at the end with that ending. I don't want to spoil anything for anyone who hasn't seen Terabithia.
Adventure family drama. No.
Right.
It's not happening.
You're right. I should have maybe done that under like drama or something. Anything could be a drama. But God, this is hard.
Now you gotta go. Yeah, you gotta go back to the well here. There's some like pretty good horror movies this year. Nothing too great, but there's some still on the board where I'm like, there's one in particular, Des, that I'm super surprised. I feel like is in your wheelhouse, but maybe I'm guessing incorrectly.
Really.
Yeah, I'm
Hold on. I'm double checking a genre.
gonna see if you've logged it.
Can make a case.
I don't think you have.
Um,
Oh, you have. You didn't give it a rating though. Well, that's suspicious.
were you thinking of the same movie? Because I think
Probably,
I'm looking at something that doesn't have a rating on it.
maybe.
Okay. Action in
Oh,
a way. Ocean's 13,
nope, nope. Wasn't looking at that.
but can I do it?
Well, I was gonna do it, but I guess if you want to do it here, that's fine too.
What do you mean?
That was gonna be my
It's
next
gonna be a
pick.
wild card.
I was gonna take Ocean's 13, my wild card.
Oh my God.
Unfortunately, Ethan, I would consider that action. So
I
I
would
feel
as
like
well.
that would.
Yeah, yeah. I had it
Nice.
shortlisted in action horror.
I'll keep that. Thank you. Close that out. Close out my
Mhm.
tab.
Okay.
Um,
This is a cool movie.
yeah, robberies.
Yeah, robberies.
Yeah.
Right.
Al Pacino in Vegas, it's like PB&J.
Robberies, am I right?
Just unbeatable. I watched this for the first time a couple of days ago. Because I was
Oh,
like,
oh,
hey,
wow.
I need to wrap up the Ocean's trilogy.
yeah.
And also I could cross something off the 2007 watch list. I
Mhm.
really liked this one. I thought it was really, really fun. I thought it was really good. Love Al Pacino doing way too much for his role. And I think this is one of the funniest, like, movie long gag bits
Mhm.
that I can remember of recent memory. This guy who gets all rashed up and everything, and then he hits on 11 million at the jackpot at the end, which I think is hilarious to me.
Is this your
Um,
favorite Al Pacino movie?
it's not no, it's not even in contention, but I love him in this movie. I think he's doing great work. Obsessed with his diamonds as Willie Bank. Will
My
you break
favorite
the
Al
bank?
Pacino movie is Jack and
Oh,
Jill.
okay. Um, okay, so you drafted Ocean's 13. Dang, I
Yes.
really was gonna draft that. Crumbs.
Well, now you can take Before the Devil Knows You're Dead. So
Yeah, I'm actually up in the air on two Philip Seymour Hoffman movies. That's kind of
mm,
what I'm trying to figure out right now. So before the Devil Knows You're Dead, or Charlie Wilson's War. I think
mm.
Charlie Wilson's War has its moments. I don't think it's a great movie by any means, but I think it has its moments, and obviously PSH is one of those.
Is that Sandra Bullock?
No, that would be Julia Roberts.
Same person.
That's not okay. So I'm gonna and then but then I have a real wild card I could toss in here. What do we do? No,
What do we do?
I will take the more that I talk about it, the less that I know. You know?
Ethan, you seem like such like a 300 kind of guy.
Really? I give off that aura to you.
Yes.
This Zack Snyder bro kind of a guy.
It was
Uh,
when he was okay.
I've never seen
Mm,
300. I don't really have a desire to.
really?
Yeah.
This is Sparta.
Did you say this is Spider? Spider Pig?
S- Sparta.
Okay, in wild card, I am gonna be taking. I'm gonna zag. I'm gonna take Lars and the Real Girl.
Nice.
That was gonna be my pick. Nice.
Whoa, nice. Okay,
Whoa.
that's crazy. Directed by Craig
Great movie.
Gillespie, who also did I Tanya, did Cruella. I think he's a cool
Supergirl.
guy. He's got Supergirl coming up, which I'm personally not looking forward to. Lars and the Real Girl, a great kind of like little microcosm drama about Ryan Gosling, kind of falling in love with a doll and going through it and finding all the emotions along the way. And I think this is low key one of his better performances as an actor.
Yeah, I think it's right up there, maybe with my favorite all time Ryan Gosling performance as well as movie. I think it's great. I think it's an incredible debut. It was gonna be
It's
my
crazy.
next pick. But yeah, great. Glad to see it get taken. But I
Wow.
am glad you put me onto that Sidney Lumet movie because I love all those movies I've seen of his. That cast is crazy, and I had genuinely never heard of that movie, which is crazy. I mean, I assume it's his last film he made too, for his 2007, and he
It
died in
was.
Mhm.
2011. So
Yep.
yeah, I really need to get on that. So even though you didn't promote it through your draft, you at least talked about it in the pod. So that's why you gotta listeners, you gotta be listening to the podcast, just be looking at the graphics.
Exactly. Yeah. It won't be the last time we talk about this movie. I have one other thing to say in honorable mentions if you don't draft it.
Yeah. Oh, I
Okay,
love that.
you've got the final pick, Tyler.
Yeah, I mean, there's two movies that I would have loved to shout out and have on my team. One of them was Lars and Real Girl, and you took it, so I'll just go with the other one, which is Danny Boyle's Sunshine. I think more and more
Mm,
people are starting to get familiar with it as Danny Boyle's back in notoriety with the 28 years later movies, but
yep.
just an incredible cast of people that at the time weren't fully recognized for their how incredible they were. I mean, you have Cillian Murphy,
Mm.
Rose Byrne, Chris Evans, Michelle Yeoh, Hiroyuki Sanada, Benedict Wong, Mark Strong, like all these people. I mean, some of these people like Michelle Yeoh, people knew, and Cillian Murphy was 28 Days Later before this, but a lot of people like Chris Evans like blew up kind of with in conjunction when this movie came out with Captain America. Benedict Wong, Hiroyuki Sanada, especially more recently, I think is really starting to get his flowers. So crazy cast, incredible movie, a very slept on science fiction movie. Um, and yeah, Danny Boyle's just kind of got the sauce. I love it. He's always so experimental with his filmmaking and the use of cameras, with him using basically just like a handheld camcorder for 28 days later, 28 years later, using the iPhone crazy rigs, 127 hours using crazy handhelds for James Franco. Like he's always just experimenting in such fun ways with the camera. And I think his what he's able to achieve with his relatively low budget science fiction film is super great. So yeah, have a great time with Sunshine. So that's what I'll
Okay.
pick with my final pick.
This has
Nice.
been wrecked to me by so many people, and I still I
Mhm.
just haven't got around to it yet.
Yeah,
So
it's good stuff.
glad to see you drafted it. Okay. Well, with that pick, we have completed the 2007 movie draft here on the Movie Draft Podcast. Tyler, why don't you start us off? Read through your team, what category you drafted the movie in. We'll go through all of our teams and we'll do a quick round of honorable mentions before we get out of here.
Yeah, I selected There Will Be Blood in my Oscar nomination category, No Country for Old Men as a drama, Ratatouille as a comedy, Transformers box office, I Am Legend, action horror, and Sunshine as my wild card.
In Oscar nom, I took Michael Clayton. In drama, I drafted Zodiac. In comedy, The Simpsons movie. In box office, Spider-Man 3. In action horror, Death Proof. And in wild card, Lars and the Real Girl. Des, what's your team like?
So for Oscar nom, I have Juno, comedy, Superbad, drama, Hairspray, box office, American Gangster, wild card, Hot Rod, and action horror, Ocean's 13.
I do think it's worth noting again, we almost drafted in the exact identical category way, which I don't remember the last time that has happened. Very fascinating. I feel like we all have really good teams. I don't really know who's going to walk away the winner. Tyler said he's going to win this, but I don't know.
The
No, I
thing
was, I
is,
was predicting I'm going to win next week when you said promote
Oh,
next
next
week.
week's
So
okay.
I don't know
Yeah,
about
yeah.
this week. I think we, like I said, we all have like there's certain movies that are the heavy hitters. I think we all
Sure.
have them on
All
our
got
team.
one. Yeah.
So it's just a matter of the individual who looks at the graphic, like what's the heavy hitter for them.
Mhm.
I'm gonna be so honest. If you look at the graphic and you know who's on this episode, you can tell whose list is whose.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You'll be able to
1,000%.
see. You will be able to tell.
They're gonna
100%
be like, oh,
agree.
Hairspray, Tyler.
Um, yeah, no, I think this will be great. This was a great exercise. Talked about a lot of really good movies. I have a couple honorable mentions. Des, Tyler, do you guys have any honorable mentions that you want to toss out that we didn't get the chance to talk about on the draft?
You know I do.
Okay, let's hear them.
Shout out to Smiley Face, Gregoraki. What an incredible 420 comedy movie. Anna Faris or Anna Faris. Ghost Rider, I will always ride for that movie, even though it's incredibly bad. Nicolas Cage with Eva Mendes, what a phenomenon. Dead Silence, Nancy Drew, Sweeney Todd, The Bee
Mhm.
Movie, and some personal favorites of mine, Sydney White, Why Did I Get Married, and Norbit.
Try to slide that in under the
It's all right.
under the time.
Next
Under the
movie,
time.
next movie.
Okay, yeah, no good. So you gave a shout out to Sweeney Todd. That was one that I did want to draft. That I I know the Johnny Depp of everything. I get it, guys, but like Sweeney Todd kind of rocks and is really, really cool. And
It's
I think the
unfortunate.
soundtrack is phenomenal. Um,
Yeah.
Pretty women, you know. Tyler, what do you got honorable mention wise?
Yeah, we mentioned it at length, but I loved High School Musical too. Loved Ben
Mhm.
Affleck's debut, Gone Baby Gone.
Hmm.
Obviously, Harry Potter and Pirates of the Caribbean movie that came out that year. That neither were my favorite of the franchise, but both like very much fall on the good side as opposed to the bad side with Order of the Phoenix and At World's End. Hot Fuzz is a very classic, iconic comedy for a lot of people. Um, and other than that, that's kind of it for stuff I like really liked. I mean, there's a lot of 3 stars that year. Like I think The
Yeah,
Mist is fine. The Assassination of Jesse James is a popular movie that I thought was just fine. Um, Blades of Glory, another comedy that was very formative at the time that I rewatch now. I'm like, eh. But
mm,
Mhm.
yeah, overall though, 2007, just looking at the ones we actually picked, so like crazy good
pretty
year.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, really, really, really good year. Okay, a couple that I wanted to give a shout out to. Margot at the wedding. This movie is quite good. We didn't talk about it. We did talk about before the Devil Knows You're Dead. This is like the fourth time we've mentioned on the show. But if you haven't, if you haven't heard about it, like we said, Sidney Lumet directed, stars Philip Seymour Hoffman and Ethan Hawke and Marissa Tomei, and ultimately is a great Philip Seymour Hoffman performance about like the a victimless crime, quote unquote, gone wrong. And then Ethan Hawke and Philip Seymour Hoffman are brothers. They have to figure out what to do next. And it is unbelievable. A really, really, really good movie. Two movies that I watched for this draft that did not go drafted. The Darjeeling Limited. This is the Wes
Mm.
Anderson movie that came out this year. Pretty good. I liked it. I thought it was little on the nose for me personally, but I enjoyed it. And then Walk Hard, the Dewey Cox story. Funny movie. Pretty good. Pretty good. You know, we
Yeah.
used to make comedies. Pretty good stuff. Eagle versus Shark. This is a really
Mhm.
old Jermaine Clement movie, which is pretty funny. I was mentioning earlier, Des, a movie that I saw that you had logged that was not rated that I thought was in your wheelhouse. I could be really wrong. In action horror, it's called Teeth. You've seen it.
Oh,
Not in your
God.
wheelhouse. Okay. I just tell you, it's just kind of like it's a campy B horror movie
That
that
hot ass mess. I
that I thought
know
was pretty fun.
teeth.
I thought it was pretty fun. It's about a woman who has teeth
She has
instead of
coochie teeth.
other things. Yeah. So that happened. You mentioned Sweeney Todd, Charlie Wilson's War. I think worth a shout here. Pretty good. Across the Universe took a lot of willpower for me not to draft Across the Universe, but it's near and dear to my heart. I think it's really good, and I think it's a complete mess. Casino Royale. Nobody talks about Casino Royale, which is kind of crazy. Daniel Craig, James Bond movie.
Wait, how? Like
Oh
I've
no, no, no,
seen
okay, sorry. I was misled by the box office again. This is an '06 movie that made a bunch of
uh,
money in 2007, so I just copy and pasted it onto my
I was
short
about to
list.
say, no
Yeah,
way.
yeah.
You have
So
to
sorry.
click on in year releases when you look
Yeah, someone
at.
taught me that one time, and I don't
I was
subscribe.
there when you learned it.
Three other horror movies. 1408. I watched this movie a bunch as a kid. It's about a haunted
Yes.
hotel room.
So scary.
Crazy, super duper scary. The number 23. I saw a couple times. I
So
remember I
scary.
owned the DVD. This is Jim Carrey in a movie where he sees the number 23 everywhere and he starts to go insane. He starts to go crazy.
Mhm.
And then Saw 4 came out this year. I just want to give a shout out to my Saw franchise. You know, we are back with a video game this year. You love to see it. Hopefully,
Hmm.
Saw 11 is coming along with James Wan and company.
Fingers crossed. Oh my
Fingers
god,
crossed.
imagine if they remade the number 23 like now, but it's just the number 67. They just see it everywhere.
I think our job as podcasters has been done to an extent here on this show.
Right?
Massive thank you to Tyler and Des for joining me on this draft. Tyler, if people want to find more of you, where can they find you at?
Real Talk Podcast. Check me out there, or just search Tyler C. Whitmore on all social media platforms.
Sweet. Des, what about you? If people want to find more of you, where can they find you at?
Yes, you can find me on Letterboxd, Instagram, and Twitter at Movies with Des. It's Des with an S. You can also find me at The Rolling Tape, writing things, podcasting about things, and also my own podcast, which is What's On Tonight, where I talk about movies based on genres, themes, and vibes.
Yeah, let's go. Both of us over at the Rolling Tape as well. I've got a couple
Mhm.
fun pieces coming out this month. Doing a little
Ooh.
Willy Wonka retrospective. We got 55 years of Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory this month, and then
Oh my
my
goodness.
my near and dear Jackass. I'll be reviewing the new movie over on the Rolling Tape, which will be fun.
I
Big
love
thanks to Ben and Sophie for co-creating this podcast with me. I appreciate you both. Next week on the pod, we are talking about the legend that is Steven Spielberg. We alluded to this earlier. We're not going to be discussing Disclosure Day because we've pre-recorded that episode and not everybody got the chance to see it. But Tyler's going to return along with Eric Anderson and Emma Sasek to draft
Ooh.
Steven Spielberg characters. It is a very fun draft. It is a very ingenuity filled draft. A lot of great kind of category, workings, which was really, really fun. Be sure to listen and subscribe to the Movie Draft Podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts. We're also now on YouTube with video, so you can see the time that Des said that blank face was just happening, glossing over. New episodes will be released weekly on Tuesdays. We'll see you then.